Good morning, Kylie Bertucci, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia. I hope I didn't confuse you all today because I'm starting at 11:30 now instead of 11. I did get a couple of messages going, where are you? It's 11 o'clock. But I'm here. I have a new appointment on a Tuesday morning, and so I thought, you know what, I'll just bump everything back by half an hour, my videos, and then that will fit in perfectly. That's the exciting thing about having a home job. Hello, Helen. Hi, Christine. Lisa. I know Lisa was one of the ones looking for me, weren't you, Lisa? I'm here. I haven't gone anywhere. Good to see you all. Hi, Christy. Hey, Michelle. Good morning. I've got lots to show you today. I had a delivery come today. Hi, Christy. Actually, you probably saw my delivery come yesterday to my new jacket. I meant to bring it in, but I forgot to. Hey, Nicole. Good to see you. Mrs. Bertucci. I sound very formal. I sound like I'm meant to be responsible. That's a scary. I'm not adulting today. I try not to adult on most days. But, yes, I had a delivery today. I'll show you now, actually. I was going to show you a little bit later, but I'm too excited. It's too exciting. Look what came. It's back to front, of course. But this is the new Sale-a-Bration. I'll show it the right way up when I show it the other way. But this, funnily enough, it's like a pun. Reverse words. Literally reverse words. Oh, another one calling me Mrs. Bertucci. Are you trying to make me an adult, Bruno Bertucci? It's not going to work. No adulting here. And I am actually pleasantly surprised because I am not a glimmer girl. Well, actually, I'm not late, Tracy, surprisingly. Oh, you, I see. Sorry, I thought you were saying I was late. That's typical. I would normally be late, but I wasn't today. But this is the other Sale-a-Bration item, and you get quite a bit. I'm actually really impressed with how many sheets are here. You ready? This at least won't reverse. You can't reverse this. Look at that glimmer. Brian King loves glimmer. He really doesn't like glimmer paper. I think he just doesn't like glimmer full stop. But I think I'm going to find some really good uses for this. Especially this Bermuda Bay. Even the mint macaron. How beautiful is that? I'm normally not a sweet sugar plum girl. Oh, look at Bruno. Ugly. Excuse me, Bruno. Rude. Don't call glimmer paper ugly. It's never offended you. What has glimmer paper done to you? Nothing. Yeah, get angry at Bruno. Don't call glimmer paper ugly. Hi, Lisa. Yeah, I love the colours. I think they're really good. It's apparently it coordinates with the cupcakes and carousel. What did it say here? These colours coordinate with the cupcakes and carousel, falling in love, and succulent garden sweets. Yeah, they're 6x6. Yep, 6x6. 12 sheets, 3 colours. And I've even got the catalogue to the little brochure. So that's really exciting. So these come out on the 21st of February. And these are only Sale-a-Bration items that you can earn. There is another stamp set, but I decided to hold back. I know, I showed some restraint. And I'm going to earn that for free after the 21st. Hello, Pam. Good to see you. So I'm very excited about earning that. That's going to be that one there. That last one. So I thought I'll earn that one because those sentiments are really good too. So that's very exciting news with Sale-a-Bration, but don't hold back because there's a lot of other amazing Sale-a-Bration items, as all of you know, that are still yet to earn. And so there's only 3 here that are coming out the 21st of Feb, and they'll be available all of March. So do your normal order in February for my lovely VIPs, and then when March comes, you can pop your order in, or you could do 2 orders. But the last thing I don't want you doing is holding back and waiting for these 3 items when there's so many other brilliant Sale-a-Bration items yet to earn. There's so many. Oh my goodness. Even that carried away paper is just absolutely divine. And talking about carried away paper, I have some exciting news today. On great demand, I haven't been bullied, but I have been inundated with requests with my online class, which went very well. I'm very excited about doing these monthly online classes. So I'm just going to do a show and tell. I'm ducking down here to show you. But I am actually opening this one because I had a lot of requests. I'm opening this one to demonstrators. And I'm extending the class just for another probably week. Well, basically until I sell out because I don't have a lot. And the way that it went last time, yeah, you want to get in quick. So I'll put the link up ASAP as soon as I finish this. So it will make 6 cards and super simple, easy cards, but you'll get all the material that you need to make the cards, plus a special exclusive online class that only you will receive if you sign up for the class. And all of that package is $20 to get the class, all the materials. I have like a printout with measurements so that you can replicate it later on and keep that. And you're welcome to use the same style in your workshops or your classes if there's demonstrators that want to do that. So I will put up those details, but it's only until stocks last. And yeah, I've done as many as I can possibly do, but I can't keep going. I'll run out of my carried away paper. Hashtag love it, chop it, until I'm like starting to think like it's going to run out. So that's the online class. So keep an eye out for that, and I'll put up the link. And it's open to customers as well, of course. So customers, demonstrators, whoever wants to take part, but you need to live in Australia to take part in that online class. And I will have more of these classes coming up. I'm aiming to try once a month, and they might increase after that. So no problem, Kerry. Enjoy lunch. That sounds really good. I'd like to go out for lunch too. But I think I'm going to be very good today because I went out for lunch yesterday. Yeah. And that was off the cuff. I wasn't meant to go out for lunch. Now, the other things that I wanted to show you, I've had a few requests come through. Thank you very much for those subscriptions or the orders of the card fronts. So these card fronts are really cool. You may have seen them, but it's 72 sheets and they fit perfectly for the Australian A4 cut in half. So it's basically like this size here that you can see. Might be a little bit bigger actually, but I think it's oh no, it'd be about this size. So the card fronts, the actual paper is cut, ready for you to just put it straight onto the card. So it just saves a whole heap of time. There's a lot of people that I've heard are really afraid of chopping their paper. And so I thought this would be a nice way of sort of introducing you to the possibilities of what you can do when you chop all your paper pack completely down. So I just get my 12 by 12 and I chop that whole thing up into 10 centimeters by 14.4. And it gets 72 sheets, 72 cards, and they're perfect for just sticking straight onto a card. And you can just add a little sentiment, or you could go really jazzy and cut it in half if you wanted to. But because it's already chopped for you, I think that a lot more people find that they use it. And to make 72 cards, like chopping up, say this one here is 22.25, and I just cut it up for you. I don't charge you for the cutting. It's just the cost of the paper. And then I'll chop it all up and you'll just have to pay the postage, which is usually pretty reasonable. And then you can basically make all of these. What does it work out? 22.25. Do I have my phone? Oh, hello. I'm like, do I have my phone here? That would be what I'm using to do the broadcast. Have I got a calculator on here? Yes, I do. Let me work it out how much it costs per card. I think from memory, I think it was like 30 cents or something like that. It works out without the cardstock. 22.25 divided by 72. 30 cents! And then if you just add your cardstock onto that, well, I'm chucking the cardstock around here. If you add your cardstock to that, what does the cardstock work out per sheet? Does anyone remember? I got 30, oh yeah, it'd be about 31 cents. That's very true, Nicole. Very accurate. 3.30902. 31 cents. And what's our card stock? So I think it ends up, yeah, per card, you're probably looking at around 40 cents. Yeah, so 50 cents a sheet, half a sheet, 25 cents. Oh yeah, so about 50 cents. So you could make all of these amazing 72 cards at about 50 cents, a little bit over, which, amazing, super cheap, and they're also really quick too. So that's a really good little idea. I will put that link up for the card fronts. I call them card fronts, but it's kind of like, I think I should start calling them paper fronts. Love it, Chopper paper fronts. How does that sound? Because, yes, some people are still trying to get used to exactly what they are. They're like, what? Card fronts? What's that? I don't even know what you mean. But this is what they are. So I've done a few here. I've got a few to post out today. The Urban Underground looks hot done like this. You'll get a lot of use out of that one. And this one is Party Animal. Super cute. Look at that. 72 card fronts. Succulent Garden. And I'm offering all of the current paper, not just occasions catalogs. So I've opened it up to even the paper stacks as well, the big ones, a 12 by 12. I can't do it with the 6 by 6 though. It's a little bit difficult. So that's those. The tutorial bundle is going amazing. Thank you to all that have subscribed. You like card front, do you? Paper card front? I'm trying to think of a name so that people know what I'm talking about. But anyway, I'll just keep showing you on the videos. So yes, I've got lots of subscribers for our tutorial bundle that just started again this month. So it runs for 6 months. I do them 6 months at a time with different designers from all around the world. We all put in one tutorial each per month. And you get a bundle of 12 tutorials. And it's really good because you get a mix of all different styles. DSP card size paper. That could be a thought, Bruno Bertucci. I might take that on board. I always tell him he's right. He's always right. So, yes. So the tutorial's going great. It's a subscription only at the moment. But, you know, if you subscribed and you got your first bundle and went, you know what, this isn't for me, or this isn't what I expected, you know, totally let us know. You're not locked in if you're not enjoying it. We don't want you to not enjoy the subscription. But everyone that has subscribed and got their first lot of 12 bundles are absolutely loving them. So that's been really good. Yes, that's very true, Lisa. I probably could do that. Have a nice little 1/3 strip. That's very true. I will consider that suggestion. Thank you. Poor Cupcakes and Carousel gets left by the wayside because it's 6 by 6. But yes, that's a very nice idea. That would be good. Bit of a mouthful, Bruno. Love it. So yes, the tutorial's great, going amazing. I'll put the link up for that if you have any questions about the tutorial bundle. But it really is really good value because a lot of these tutorials, I don't think a lot of my team members are actually doing, we're doing a bundle as a team, and we've got one currently now as well that's and I'll put the link up for that as well. But we have a team tutorial bundle of 21 team members that put a bundle in, and it's been really interesting for them seeing just how much work is involved in getting, because you need not only the A4 size, but also the letter size, and we need metric and also inches. So it becomes quite challenging when you haven't worked in those measurements before, and just making sure that the tutorial makes sense, that you've got the right pictures. So there's quite a lot of work involved in making a tutorial, but it just makes life so much easier for so many demonstrators and customers because they're getting all of that amazing instructions and pictures and step-by-step guide. So for those that run classes or workshops, it could be a perfect way to sort of quickly get everything you need for your customers. You don't have to work out measurements. We're all busy people. So I've found that that's really helped people with that. Now, another thing that I wanted to show you, and I think I might flip you now to show you all the rest because I don't like it being back to front. It's annoying with this Facebook back to front bizzo. Oh, actually, I will highlight a couple of other things that are coming up. So tomorrow I have the international highlight winners. We're all going to be blog hopping together. If you haven't heard of my international highlights, I will put the link up for that as well. I have a lot of links to show you. I should write a list of all the links that I need. Here we go. Link number 1, international highlights. What else did I say I'd put up? The online class. What else did I say? Highlights, online class, card fronts, or what does Bruno call it? DSP card front panels. No, I don't know. I'm so confused myself. All I know is it's a paper pack ready for cards. Pre-made, pre-cut, pre-chopped card. I don't know. Who knows? Team tutorials. Thank you, Bruno. Team tutorials, other tutorial, the subscription. Oh, also, I only have 3 spots left. Ooh, a mirror. Then I'd have to see myself double. I should actually run it through the computer and have it facing the other way. But we only just are getting internet today. In fact, they worked on our front yard connecting our telephone connection. So we have been waiting for, I think it must be almost up to 3 months for internet. So at the moment I'm using like a little Wi-Fi dongle. Where is it? It's been very handy for us. But yeah, that's all I'm using. And so I don't really trust going through the computer at the moment because it sort of pulls more data. But maybe that's something that I'll do once we get our internet up and running, is run it through that so that I can still see all your comments and then have it around the other name. Oh, what did Deb say? Love it, chop it, DSP. I love it. Yeah, that's really cool. I should call it something like that. Love it, chop it, DSP, card fronts. I don't know, something like that. But anyway, I just think they're a really cool idea because after surveying even my team, everyone's like, I'm so scared. I feel like I'm going to run out of paper. And I just think it's so cool to be able to have a whole stack of paper ready to go. Stick them down. Hi, Diane. Good to see you. And yes, so the other thing I was saying was Marker Club. I only have 3 spots left. So what Marker Club is, and it's a really cool idea because I need 6 people for it to start, and which is always no problem. We always get 6 people. But what I do is I divvy up the case and everyone gets a certain amount per month. And then they also get to have the rewards all the way through as well. Ooh, 1,000 gigabyte, and then we drop down to 500. Ooh, wow, that's pretty good. 1,000 gigabyte. I'll go with unlimited. I think that's what we're going to do it. Chopped it, DSP. It's chopped. I've chopped it. Thanks, Deb. So, yes, so that's really good with the Marker Club. $50 a month. It includes your postage each month for every lot of markers, including the case. And you'll get handmade card each month. You'll get the tutorial bundle, which is worth $20 for free each month. It's just a really great way to collect all of the markers at a reasonable rate per month. Because if you're sort of looking at getting that amount of markers all in one go, I think it's around the $240 mark because I include the 2 in colours as well. So there's 2 lots of in colours of 5 each, so that's an extra 10. So you end up with 48 markers and the case, and so then you're set to go. And if you try to split up the markers like that, like just buy, you know, brights here or this there, it doesn't work out as cheap, firstly, and you don't get the case. So this is a nice way to be able to get the case, all the goodies that go with it. You become one of my VIPs. If you're a demonstrator, I can totally do it for you, but I don't do discounts, and that's up to you. But the best thing I can advise that you do if you're not on my team, is go to your team leader first and check if they do something like that, or if they could organize something like that for your team. Because I don't like upsetting other demonstrators. So please check with your team leader first if you're thinking of joining, if you're a demonstrator. Also, we have some amazing swaps. I've organised a random act of kindness and a swap group. So this has been really good. We just had 5 swaps. I just did a small one just to test how everyone went with it. And it's proved to be really successful. We had quite a number of demonstrators take part from all around Australia. And I was able to get, Bruno thankfully helped me getting those swaps out. But there's been some beautiful cards come through. So it's probably something that I'll do around every catalogue time. It might be once or twice I'll do a swap. And then there's a random act of kindness list, so that, you know, if you want to send out a card, if you've got sort of some extra cards and you don't know who to send it to, the best way that you can send your cards or receive cards is from a fellow demonstrator, or, you know, even if you're not a demonstrator, you're welcome to take part. I've got a few of my customers on the group. So I will add that link as well, the random act of kindness and swap group. So that's a Facebook group that I've started. So we try and do like a random act of kindness event where we say, try and get something sent out by the end of this month. And it just sort of creates an event and a reminder to make sure that we do it. We need all these, as many reminders as we can get. So yeah, so a few blog hops. We've got the International Highlights hop tomorrow. I've got the Be Inspired blog hop on Thursday. And then the Friday is the Crazy Crafters Highlights. So lots happening this week. I've got some creating to do. So our theme for Thursday, the Be Inspired blog hop, is cupcakes and carousel. So I'll be interested to see what I come up with. I shall have to see what I decide to do. It's not created yet, so we shall see. But I'll flip you around. I'll show you some of the cards that I've received this week from lovely, beautiful demonstrators. And also some of the cards that Bruno and I have made. So I'll just swap you now. Let's move that out of the way. There's a big chair in the way. So let's flip you down here. Oh, isn't it good to see the Sale-a-Bration brochure the right way round? Look at those bone folders. I need some more. Bruno, remind me to order more bone folders. I keep using them to smush down my ink. Have you ever done that? When your ink's a bit too inky, I just use it to squash it down. But yeah, it damages my bone folders. Bruno's like, you should just have a squishy one. Don't use all of them for pushing down the ink. So let me do my show and tell. I have lots of exciting cards here to show you. We love all the cards and show and tell. So this is just a really quick fun card that I did. Thank you, Bruno. Oh, no, don't order now because I've got other things to add to it. I know that there's some cardstock and some paper. I need to order some paper because all my lovely customers have requested some paper. Yeah, I've got a few things I've got to pop on. But you're a very good husband. Thank you. Hey, Michelle. So, yeah, I made these super cute little cards. These are little note cards. I've just cut the normal A4 card in half. So if you put 2 of these together, that's actually the normal size of a card. So I just wanted something really quick and easy just to go in with the marker club, or for those that are ordering the card fronts and things like that. I feel like it's naked if it doesn't have a card to go with it to thank people for their little order. So they're really cute and just super fun, and using a stamp set that's from the annual catalogue too. I love those colours together, the Mambo and Emerald Envy. So yeah, super cute. Bruno's very good. It's funny, Alison, I'll tell you a story. This is Bruno's card that he made for me. I didn't realise that he was making it for me. Hello, Nicole. So you've probably seen this maybe on the Demonstrator Party Plan group. But what I didn't realise is Bruno was making this card for me. And he was in the craft room at the same time that I was trying to make my card. This is for Shannon Lane's blog hop with my team, so please check that out if you haven't seen it, that blog hop. But this was my card that I was making at the time, and Bruno was driving me nuts. I seriously was like wanting to get to the trimmer, and he was in my way, so I was like shoving my butt in his face, and I was like, get out of my way. And then he didn't want to cut this because it's challenging because Bruno's left-handed, and he didn't want a fussy cut. He's like, I hate fussy cutting. I'm like, I really enjoy it. I'll fussy cut for you. So I cut out this for him, and the whole time I had no idea that he was writing a really sweet blog post about me. And I was being such a mean wife, so I felt very guilty afterwards. But that was very kind of him. But, you know, we always want something, and then when we have it, it's like, you know how annoying it is that you're in my room right now? Get out. So, yes, we're never happy, are we? And how cool is that? Bruno used the Urban Underground washi tape for the inside. I love, love, love using the washi tape to dress the inside of our cards. It just looks so hot. So keep that in mind with the washi. If you've got like a colour theme or, you know, a suite that you're using, this is a really great way to just dress it up without too much effort. And I love Bruno's used the Urban Underground paper for the back. And I think it just looks perfect. It looks like a night sky. So yeah, really good, Bruno. I'm super impressed with you. And this card got a lot of attention. If you haven't got that, I'm going to have a brain freeze. I think it's called Hexagon. There's so many names for this. Like Hexagon, textured, embossing, I forget. Anyway, you probably all know it. But if you haven't used this, holy moly, I have tried to sponge this so that you can just see the texture and how different. It's like layers of embossing. Honeycomb, is it? I'm going to get my Occasions catalogue out so that it stays in my brain and doesn't leave. Oh, of course the Occasions catalogue isn't here, Bruno Bertucci. You're totally getting the blame for that one. Fortunately, I have a stash of new ones right here, and I will ensure that I get the exact name, because it's got like, here we go, Hexagon Dynamic, I can show you, Hexagon Dynamic Textured Impressions Embossing Folder. Is that a mouthful or what? So full on. So yes, you really need to try this folder to understand how much texture you get in that. There's like different layers of embossing. Love it. This stamp set, actually I'll show you this little bolt here first, a little screw. That comes from the Urban Underground embellishments. I absolutely adore these, and yeah, it just came up perfectly. I use this as a masculine card. And then this paper is from Urban Underground as well. Yeah, honeycomb reinvented, totally. Hello, Narelle. Great to have you here. Now, this little thing here, actually, I forgot. I wasn't going to show you this, but I think this is a really cool tip. And it was nice for me to be able to pull them out. But to do my little frame, because it's a little bit bigger, there is one that you can use for the little banner part. But I actually just used our banner framelit dies, and I got the biggest one because I thought I've got plenty of room to play with, and I just put that like right on the edge there, just lined it up, and you can actually see where the edge is. I could see where it was, how much room I had, and it just enabled me to cut that nice and easy. I mean, I know there's some people that chop in and then they go, I always end up making it wonky, like really bad. So this was my alternative way of making sure that I got that banner cut nicely. And then I just sponged the edge with the like smoky slate. That sentiment is so beautiful. If anyone is thinking about joining, this would be a perfect stamp set to get because it's one of the most expensive ones and it's a good value one to get. So it's this one here, the double take. and this is it here. So it actually has the shading for you. So I did my thanks in black, in the archival basic black, and then I came in with the smoky slate in the background, and it just gives it that really cool shadow effect and makes it look like it's popping off the page. And then the splatters, we're using the Gorgeous Grunge. So yeah, that's my little tips for that one. And I really enjoyed doing that. So yeah, look out for this one, because this is $61. It's a polymer set, but it's a perfect one. This one here and the Happy Celebrations, those two are perfect for the 2 free stamp sets, because they're both $61 each, and they're really cool. I actually have to use this. This is a really cool, this splatter. I think that will make a really great card. So yes, there's those. Bruno and I, we did the Shannon Lane blog hop. Now, I also had a couple of cards come this week. This one was from the lovely Michelle Mills in my team. And she just wanted to congratulate us on our move and the new house. She apologised for being late, but you know what? No apologies needed, because I just think it's beautiful. Oh, look, she's just joining now. Can you believe the timing? You knew we were talking about you, Michelle. She jumped on just at the right time. So that was very, very sweet of her to send that to us. And I think a card sent is always better than thinking, oh, you know, sorry it's late. No, it's perfect. It's so nice to receive a card anytime. Hey, Missy. And I love how she's done a couple of the Diamantes that have just added some nice bling. Yeah, your ears must have been burning. And this one I got yesterday, and I'm pretty sure it's Elaine from my Aim for Alaska group. But how stinking cute is that? Isn't it a different card? As soon as we open it, we're like, whoa, this is really fascinating, this card. So it's got the gold embossing, and some beautiful sponging and gold layers. Yeah, it's a really cute card, isn't it? So I thought that was very sweet of Elaine, and she's part of my Aim for Alaska group, and I thought how kind of her to send that and say thank you and thanks for the encouragement. Don't you love the fact that we can do that for each other? Having happy mail is like the best. It's so much better than bills. And here are a couple of Bruno's recent cards. You may have seen these. I don't think I've shown you this one, but it was nice to see the Starburst framelit being used again. And Bruno actually used the Starburst framelit on here as well. And I wonder whose suggestion that was. Oh, yes, it was mine. I thought, yeah, she needed a little bling, and I had no idea that it was me. How funny is that? So yes, so here's some really cute ones. This one I just loved Bruno's idea. You may have seen it. I have spoken about it, but I'll grab it again. I think it was... What was the stamp set? Oh yeah, there it is. Thoughtful Banners. So Bruno used this stamp set, and he used just this block, which, you know, have I even ever looked at it? Probably not. But he used that stamp there to create those layers. And then, of course, some amazing washi tape, because washi tape is the best. And some of the enamel dots for the wheels. Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it? So I'm very impressed that you used that one, Bruno. Clever. Smart cookie, that's all I say. And what else did I have here for show and tell? Oh, this one here was a blog hop that I did recently with our new tutorial bundle designers. And it was just to show a little bit of our technique that we're going to be using in our tutorials. And also just to see our style. So I was really excited about this idea because in my tutorial bundle, I've done something similar where I cut out using the window sheet. I cut out the thinlet. And of course, you know, the sky is the limit, because once you create your window sheet, you can just wipe it down and keep using it again. And so I basically created my own decorative mask and then just used that to sponge with. And I just made sure that the areas that had the flowers, I just sponged a little bit extra and then just kept going around the outside. And not to give anything away, but my tutorial bundle, I used this one. So if you're really curious, I mean, all our tutorial bundle cards are never going to see Pinterest or anywhere. So this was the card that I used to make the card for the tutorial bundle. So really cool techniques that you learn from the bundle as well. Now, my global design project card last night was actually based on my customer cards for the month. I was like, oh my goodness, I haven't done my global design project. And it was a little bit challenging, the colours. It was Watermelon Wonder, Daffodil Delight, and Emerald Envy. But it was a really great challenge and I really enjoyed it. I used the Inside the Lines paper. And this stamp set here is so cool. It's so useful. It's the Sweet Sentiments. And you have a lot of great sentiments in this one. So you'll get a lot of use out of it. It's one of the brand new ones in the Occasions catalogue. So if you haven't got this one, you need it. Even if you just get it for this, everyone needs a friend like you. Isn't that the most beautiful sentiment? But even this one, I love this, thanks. Yeah, the font is beautiful. Anything to do with those type of font, I love them. The cursive, even this one, Hoping Your Day is Perfect. Perfect for wedding cards. And I've used the many thanks to. Even this one here is perfect for the Tasty Treats suite. So, hey Amanda. So, yeah, I thought that would go really well. So there's a lot of use that you can use. And even this one here, the Best Guy Ever. Like that would even be perfect for my masculine card. I could just change the thank you and put the Best Guy Ever and make it a real masculine card. So, yeah, I love that stamp set. So I was very happy. Sorry, I just knocked you there. So I was very happy with my customer cards, and I'm going to give you a little bit of a sneak peek of what I've done for the customer cards. So I got this all cut up, ready to go. So these are the colours that I went for. So I've got the Mint Macaron, Blushing Bride, Sweet Sugar Plum, and Pool Party, which are just so beautiful together. They're such soft and beautiful colours and very different for me. Yes, they are at 100%, Bruno. They are 100% size. Yes. Yeah, I didn't really have a whole heap of time to do all of it, but I didn't also want it to be too overwhelming too. So that's why I did the partial colouring. It was hard to stop myself once I began. So I used the Stampin' Write markers for those. So that's them there, just coloured in. And I did a mixture of which end I used depending on how much room I had. So in the smaller areas, I used the fine tip and then I just kept mixing it up. Yeah, totally not my colours, these ones. These ones, I don't think I'd even use these ones actually, but the green probably, the Emerald Envy I would use. So yeah, so these are the idea that I had for my customer card. Because I like to mix it up. Not all our colours are the same, are they? So I thought my customers want to see different things. And then I'm going to use this for the base because anything with crumb cake and these soft colours is beautiful. And then I thought I would use the Inside the Lines Sale-a-Bration paper because we've only got a limited time to use all this beautiful paper. So I hashtag loved it and chopped it and made sure that they were all ready to go. And so they're all ready for landscape. I could probably use that for portrait as well, but I've decided to keep to the same theme. And what I thought I would do is add like a little banner across with the sentiment. So do you want to see what I've created? I'll do one for you and then I'll show you what I've done. So we'll just fold this. Do a bit of creating, why not? So I'm going to do it like that. I don't normally, when I'm doing landscape, portrait, No, landscape, sorry. I don't normally have like a card folding. I normally go up. But anyway, I did a boo-boo and thought, you know what? Just own it, Kylie. Own it. It's all good. So what I'm going to do next is use the Blushing Bride. See, I knew Bruno would say that. I already said I don't want Bruno to see the bone folder. He's going to flip out. Oh, no, that's right. You're going to order it for me. You were here. You're a stirrer. Now, some may be wondering why I use Tombow. It is my adhesive of choice. Of course, everyone is different what they like, but I love Tombow because of the fact that I can sort of play around and move it around a bit. And, yeah, just have a little bit of room for movement. Because if I use this strip, I'm like, ah! And end up ripping it off. And it's, yeah, it all gets very ugly when I use the tape. So this is the way I go. And as you can see, there's no rhyme or reason where I put my glue. And I find that it doesn't buckle or anything. It's beautiful glue to use for our cards. Okay. And then just the last thing is adding our Blushing Bride strip with a beautiful sentiment that's going to be perfect for my customers. Ah, check it out. So I've just kept them really simple because I'm probably looking at doing about 100 of these this month. I've started stamping all the strips and I've cut everything out, so I'm actually ahead of time. Normally I'm chasing my tail and doing it last minute, but I thought this month is going to be different. Yeah, wiggle room. That's what we want. So that's the card. And so for my lovely customers, if they wanted to, they can come in with the markers and colour in if they'd like. Just test it out and see how they go using the markers. But it really is just so pretty. And I just think if you added maybe some pearls, or like on my card for Global Design Project. Oh, sorry, I knocked you there. Holding you still. I just did a couple of the pearls, and I wanted to pick up that Emerald Envy, so I used the enamel shape, and it just added some really nice. But look how different it looks. Like you wouldn't even think it was based on the same card, really. So these are the ones that I came up with using the other colours. Yes, so right inside May, thanking them for their order. Because it's getting quite busy, we have started printing the inside. However, Becky Higgins does a font, and I have to actually do mine. But Bruno actually wrote his own font, so it's his handwriting, and so we use that on the inside of the card. So it's like Bruno's written inside because it's his actual font, which is really cool. And it's great for Project Life too, because a lot of people are like, oh, but your handwriting's important. And some people are like, but I don't want to make mistakes. So we like that option. So that's done with the Sweet Sugar Plum. That's the Pool Party. And then the Gorgeous Mint Macaron. So really simple cards, but just so effective, showing off that beautiful inside the line paper. It's just a Becky Higgins. If you search Becky Higgins personalised font, I think it is. So you just pay, and then you have to write each character. So she'll say to you, write, you know, a capital A, capital B, little b, and then it basically makes your own font. Your own handwriting font. Because it's nice having our handwriting. It's special. It's unique to us, and so I think that's a really cool idea that Becky has come up with that. So there's my customer cards. So I've basically done, I think I've stamped about 36 here. So I'm about halfway with my stamping. But I've done all my chopping, so that's good. So I've just got to cut up a few more of these, and then it's just a matter of sticking them all down and having them ready to go for February. So anyone that places an order with me in February will get one of these. But what I want to do today, because there's so many of you lovely people that come and watch me every week, I'm going to pick a winner of someone who's going to receive one of these cards, because, you know, everyone needs a friend like you. So I am going to ask Bruno to help me. Is Bruno still here, I wonder? He might have already gone, but his ear's meant to be working. He's so naughty. But what I think I'll do is I'm going to send Alison Lang. Can you send me your address, please? And Deb Smeek, can you send me your address? And I will send you to one of these cards. Yay! Thanks for watching. So, yes. So that's my customer cards for the month. And a bit of crafting. And I think that was all I had to show you today and chat to you about. It felt like there was a lot more that I needed to talk to you about it, but it's actually gone very quick. It was, Alison. It was your name. Was that my name? Yes. Send me your address. And you too, Deb. And I'll send you both one of those cards. Yes. Share the love, we say. So have a great, great day. I'm really excited that I could share some of the creativity that we've been up to this week. Next week is going to be lots to share with you. That's funny, got a child being noisy. They know how to be noisy. So, yes, enjoy your week. I'll have lots to show you next week as well. If you're new to watching my little chat, it's basically just to highlight the Stampin' Up products. And if you're after any of the products, I've got an online store. I'll put all the links for all of you up the top so that you can have a look if there's anything that you're interested in. And if you want to send me any messages, please do. I love hearing from you all. Next up, I've got a international demonstrator training that's going to be at 1 o'clock now. So keep an eye out for that if you're a demonstrator. And the talk that I'm doing next is how excuses kill success. The 13-year-old, that's so funny. So yes, so we can have a lot of excuses in our Stampin' Up business and just in life in general. We can come up with excuses, but it's really good to own things. And yeah, I've got some really, really great information that will help overcome any excuses that we come up with. What's for dinner tonight? Bruno Bertucci asks. We're having marinated chicken thighs, Bruno. I know, I thought of a really good idea and I thought, you know what? I'm going to marinate them in lemon and put herbs. And I have some beautiful cabbage. He's such a typical male. What's for dinner tonight? It's all about food. And we have to go to the gym tonight, remember? My leg's better now, so I can finally go back to the gym. I really hurt myself last night. I did Shabam for the first time. It's like a mix of Zumba and aerobics, and oh my goodness, it just about killed Bruno and I. We're like, oh my goodness, what's going on? I was so distracted by doing my GDP and I forgot to see you. Oh, well, I'm happy that you're doing GDP. No excuses, Kylie. Yes, excuses kill success, Bruno. So, yes, no excuses. I have dinner ready. I've got it ready. It's going to be delicious dinner too. A little bit of olive oil. Fresh olive oil too. Our friend's dad made the olive oil. I love that oil. Man, it tastes good. Yes, it is very true, Nicole. If I want to keep Bruno happy, I just have to make sure dinner's ready. And he's a happy man. But he's very good. If I message him and say, you know what, it's been a really busy day today. I'm really busy. You're going to have to fend for yourself. He's very good. And he kind of just takes whatever I give him. He'll eat whatever, which is good. Other than offal, probably. But anyway, thank you for joining me. And just remember that it's 11:30 from now on, my chats. And if I can help you with anything, any questions, please let me know. And have a wonderful week. And we'll see you next week, everyone. Bye.